All right, this is Ubaid on behalf of Electronics, and in this video, we'll be talking about interpersonal versus international trade. So, when it comes to your interpersonal trade, and suppose we're talking about a country, this is trade within a country. So, this is interpersonal trade. All right, so when it comes to developed economies such as United States, Canada, and certain countries around the world, okay, you do have the option of interpersonal trade where provinces and states are able to trade with each other when it comes to products and services, okay, because of the fact that the population is high in these countries, not to mention um, the area is vast, okay, on top of the fact that these are developed economies. All right, so you have high population, vast area, okay, so rich in area, rich in population, and rich in natural resources. As a result of which, it is possible that these countries are able to trade within the country itself, hence leading to something called interpersonal trade. Okay, so interpersonal trade. This is trade, okay? Let's just say local trade or trade within a country, within the provinces, within the provinces or states or states of a country. All right, so this is trade within the provinces or states of a country. This is interpersonal trade. And the other one has to do with international trade. So the international trade has to do with, okay, trade, okay, on an international level. So we've talked about the concept of absolute advantage as well as comparative advantage. But when it comes to trade on an international level, you're using these concepts to trade between countries, so import and export. All right, and because these countries are able to trade on an international level, there are three factors that impact, okay, their division of labor. Okay, we're talking about division of labor because of comparative advantage. So when you decide to divide labor, let's say in different countries, okay, you do have a gain because of comparative advantage. You do profit from comparative advantage. And these are the three reasons why companies and corporations profit or gain from comparative advantage by dividing their labor. Okay, number one has to do with specialization in a type of production. So this is specialization, and we've talked about specialization. So one country can specialize in bumpers, for example, another country can specialize in tires, Okay, the third country can specialize in engine, okay, so on and so forth. So specialization of labor based on availability of resources, raw materials, labor, so on and so forth, machinery. Okay, so specialization, investment of capital assets, so specialization of labor in a type of production. All right, and the second one has to do with okay, learning and practice. So we talked about learning about the product, learning about the specialized product, okay, understanding demand and supply, okay, and dealing with okay daily realities when it comes to demand and supply. So we're talking about expectations of consumers, expectations of suppliers. We're talking about reaction to change in economy, such as inflation, okay, recession, so on and so forth. So we're talking about learning and practice. So learning and practice. So when it comes to business, this is your educational experience in business. So learning and practice. Okay, learning and practice. And the third one has to do with economies of scale. And we've already talked about economies of scale. This has to do with lowering down cost of production by investing in the right capital assets. Okay, which basically means that as you invest and produce more, the more you produce, the lower the cost of production. Okay. So this is economies of scale. So these are some ways international trade can profit from division of labor. And corporations do take advantage of division of labor as well as comparative advantage when it comes to okay trading on an international level. All right. So apart from that, this is Obeid on behalf of V Electronics. Have yourself a great day.